Record on my computer. It's
Gabo.
Tuesday, innit?
Isn't it? Master's hard, isn't it?
I do love those. Master's well hard, innit?
Those made my day.
Cool. So, seeing as we're actually recording, I guess I should. Hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers. Welcome to a strange episode of Practical Heroes. We are down like 90% of the cast. So I am running Lindsay and Jordan through a half customized, half stolen from Lunch Break Heroes, shout out, version of the intro to Curse of Strahd, because Jordan has wanted to play Curse of Strahd for a very long time.
So bad.
I'm going to help him scratch that itch.
Oh no.
So, let's we'll use this intro from the actual book. So, you are, of course, from the world of Eroth. And because I can't think of any other... Oh, my green screen's freaking out again. I can't think of any other taverns that I have written off the top of my head. So, for all intents and purposes, we shall say you are in the Three Turtle Tap Room of Through Pass.
Right before the attack.
Don't worry about timelines, okay?
Yeah.
It just happens.
Timelines are timey-wimey time stuff.
I haven't specified a date. Therefore, there's no weird timeline stuff going on because no one knows when this is happening. It just is. Yuri comes running through.
Hey, wait for me!
The infamous Three Turtle Tap Room of Through Pass. It is fairly well lit. Not too impressive in its interior. It is essentially but another dull tavern in another dull town. But it's a good place to rest and have a drink, and it is infamous for a reason, although that main reason is because of the very slow service, owing to the fact that it's owned by 3 turtles. It's just the charm. Outside of the tavern, a fog lies over the small settlement of Through Pass and has hung there for most of the evening. The damp, cobbled pavement glistens as the lights of street lanterns dance across the sidewalks. The fog chills the bones and shivers the soul of anyone outside. It is a different type of cold to the cold that you're used to from the Halador Isles, and there's something deeply unsettling about it. But inside the walls of the tavern, the food is hearty, the ale is warm and frothy, and a fire is blazing in the hearth, and the tavern is alive with the tumbling voices of many different patrons. Suddenly, the tavern door swings open and a hush falls over the room. Framed by the lamp-lit fog, a form strides through the doorway. His heavy booted footfalls and the jingle of his coins shatter the silence. He wears brightly coloured clothes, draped in loose folds about him, and his hat hangs askew, hiding his eyes in the shadows. Without a moment's hesitation... Actually, I should probably have specified, are you guys knowing each other exists, sitting at the same table, or sitting at separate tables?
I mean, either way, you're gonna notice that I exist.
Yeah.
Same, but I'll say separate tables.
Okay.
Should I?
Which one of you probably looks more like an adventurer?
DM, my guy probably would. I don't know.
Okay. So, without hesitation, he walks up to your table and stands proudly in a wide stance with folded arms, and in an accented voice he says, I have been sent to you to deliver this message. If you be creatures of honor, or if you be a creature of honor, you will come to my master's aid at first light. It's not advisable to travel these Svalich woods at night. And from the folds of his tunic, he pulls a sealed letter and just throws it to the table in front of you. And as you look down, your name is written on it in this beautiful flowing script. He says, take the west road from here. Some 5 hours march through the Svalich woods. You will find my master in Barovia.
My guy's been just kind of side-eyeing him the whole time. Sees the letter, reaches out a big, gigantic Leonin paw hand thing. Well, I don't know how you found me there, stranger, but if you need my help, I guess I'll give you a hand. And he just kind of starts to grab the envelope and open it.
And as you're grabbing it, amidst the silent, you can see everyone is just silently staring at this really brightly dressed guy, and he just strides over to the bar to where Terry is also just side-eyeing the hell out of him. He strides over to the bar and Terry's just like, can I help you? Yes. Fill the glasses, one and all. Their throats are obviously parched. And
I
he just
like your
puts a
coat!
massive sack of gold on the bar. and
Your coat!
leaves.
I like your coat. Bye, coat.
Thank you. And then, the barn doors. There's just an awkward silence over the tavern as everyone's just like, what? The letter has a seal on it. It is in the shape of a crest that you do not recognize.
Okay, I'll just open and read the letter fully.
Meanwhile, my guy is at the bar with his dancing lights, trying to get a bard to, he's making that noise, and he's trying to get a bard to start up some music. It's
Tino just, I'll see what I can do. And slowly hobbles over to the stage-ish area and sits down. Really slowly pulls up a lute and just. Dun, 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 dun.
my guy vogues for every single one of the dings. Yeah, dance!
Really slowly playing the strings.
I like and you hear my guy kind of yell, I like the moves you got there, little green dude.
Thanks!
Oh, God. All it needs now is just, anybody want to make any bets?
Yeah. Let's go!
All we gotta do is summon. We just gotta summon Booker. That's how you can be a player, Mitch. We'll just summon an NPC to take with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! You open, you break the seal on the letter. The seal itself, I did have a picture of it, and I've lost it now. There it is. It is a shape that is very hard to describe. And then...
You're going to try it anyway.
Fun, you know what, I'll just copy and paste it. I'm not even going to try and describe this. I apologize to all the podcast fans out there, but anyone who wants to try and find what it looks like, I guess Google like Curse of Strahd, plea for help, letter seal.
I just saw your little goblet book or tarot card picture. That is an incredibly hard symbol to describe. It's like a dragon crest
like,
with a castle.
raven wings, but like a dragon body and
It's a griffin.
shield with a castle and banner. It just says it's a seal you don't recognize. Normally they're like, oh yes, it has a seal of a snake curling round a goblet clenched in an armored fist. And you're like, oh, thanks. This Curse of Strahd is just like, here's a thing. Enjoy describing it. But you break the seal and you unfurl the letter and goddamn cursive. Goddamn cursive. They make it so hard to read. It's not even normal cursive, it's in like italics as well. It's horrible. It says, "Hail to thee of might and valor. Jesus. I, a lowly servant of Barovia." I'm actually foregoing the glasses. Let's see if that works. "Send honor to thee." This is so hard to. They make them so hard to read. Oh God.
Well, meanwhile, while you're reading that, a
You
possum
could
has
just see
climbed
this
up
giant
onto your
lion
table.
just squinting at the paper.
Yeah.
Not me struggling. I'm RPing.
No, well, thank you. Well, I was just about to actually go off of it. You know, they never really taught me this fancy script here, and I say all that out loud.
The possum paws at the paper.
Oh, that's a fancy looking little rat thing. Maybe can you read this, little rat guy? And he like holds it so the possum can try and read it.
I'm fully opening this on my phone now to see if I can zoom in better on my phone. So a little possum picks up the letter. Did you say? Nice.
Like I kneel down. Because I'm assuming your album's like 3 foot nothing, 2 foot
Oh, well,
nothing.
the goblin's still over at the stage.
Oh, it's just the possum. Okay.
Yeah, the possum climbed up on the table.
Gotcha.
Is the goblin hiding the fact that they're a goblin in any way, or are you just overtly goblin?
Oh, overtly goblin.
Okay. So you would probably have noticed. I mean, even you're getting some strange looks. As
Oh yeah,
Leonin
I'm like a
so far away from
6'5".
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 6'5", just fucking built like a brick shit house, Leona.
It's like, I guess it's also the kind of thing of like weird notices weird. So you notice
Yeah.
the other half of the patrons who aren't staring at you, are staring at a goblin.
Yeah.
The goblin with the dancing lights, a bright or a cobalt blue robe with gold trim, big yellow eyes. He's got scratches all over the top of his head and on his ears.
From the possum, I presume.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I almost want the possum's name to be Dr. Livingston just because of that joke right there. Dr. Livingston, I presume. Yeah, does the possum try to like take the letter when I hold it down?
It's more like trying to push the paper down so it can also see.
Okay. I'll pick up on that and I'll lay it flat on the table.
All
Now
right.
I don't know about you there, but those are some pretty fancy $5 words.
All right. So back at the stage, the goblin kind of has zoned out of what is happening there, kind of staring off into space as he attempts to read the letter through the possum's eyes.
Okay. Sure.
It's just blind goblin. Just
I imagine this is something you've tried before, so maybe
12.
you're okay at it.
Possum
Double check
is
I'm
my
definitely
familiar.
using the right letter. Yes, I am. It says, "Hail to thee of might and valor. I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy..." That's not the right word, but sure. We plea for thy so... Oh, we plea for thy so desperately needed assistance. I was like, they shouldn't have used thy, it should have been thou.
Mhm. Mhm.
No, it's thy. We plead for thy so desperately needed assistance. The love of my life, Irina Koliana, has been afflicted by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. She languishes from her wound, and I would have her saved from this menace. It's so hard to read. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellow, if thou shalt but answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for her time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine. And it is signed Kolian Indirovich, Burgomaster.
Burgomaster. My guy picks up like half of that, looks at the possum. So, sounds like she needs some help there, don't you think?
From the stage. That's a lot of fancy words for come help.
That kind of gets my guy to kind of like shift a little bit, like what? Almost thinks it comes from the possum, almost. And he'll start walking over to the goblin.
So at this point, what does the goblin look like? We had a little bit of a description.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything more you wanted to add as we do?
Yeah, he's got a very large, wide face. His mouth
like
pretty much like
style,
he is a
like
Pathfinder goblin style.
rugby ball.
Absolutely. One ear droops down, the other ear seems to have a little more muscle build to it and stands straight up, or as straight as it can. He is very clean. His clawed fingers are very well manicured and not filed all the way down, but they aren't nearly as terrifying as a normal goblin would be. His clothes are in very good condition, and he is carrying a book that is strapped to his belt. And actually, if you want to do like a perception check on that book, I know that's normally like a DM thing, but it's my special book.
I'd be checking you out the entire time I'm walking up. I think, like trying to get a feel for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Leone goes, "Oh no, a goblin!" and punts it out the window.
That is a 17.
Oh, that's awesome! All right, so the book that's strapped to his side with the little leather buckles and everything, it says Jaja's Guide to Perfect Party Planning, but then there's also like spell runes underneath that he's obviously added to it.
Okay. Is he a wizard? Oh my god, I love it. This is gonna be hilarious.
He's a party wizard.
I love it. As I read that. So, you like to plan parties, my guy?
Love parties. Life is a party. Woo! Dance. And he does a little boogie right then.
Stood before you, this Leonin.
You see this 6'5", just towering build of a Leonin, who's kind of dark gray all over. His mane is just as luxurious as it could be, with a couple braids and some beaded braids all over.
So like real life.
Yeah. He even, and in fact, I'll actually do. Yeah, he has an elegant curly, like bushy mustache, a little soul patch, and he's wearing basic kind of Western wild thorny flare style clothes, some boots. He doesn't wear boots actually because of his gigantic fucking feet. But he has
little toe beans.
He actually has strapped to his paw, the feet, whatever, like a little spur on each one.
He could still have like cool like gaiters on his.
Yeah, he has like his
Crocs.
not quite Crocs, but like He has leather coverings for the top of his feet that are like kind of strapped behind his ankle.
Nice.
And they go into a spur on each one. So there's a little jingle jangle when he walks.
Nice.
And just basic clothes of like trousers and a not really blouse, but kind of westerny looking shirt.
Yeah. Oh, and then I guess about this time, Patty would have caught back up and scrambles up the goblin and climbs up onto his head. And you can now see why he has scratches all over the top of his head.
Yeah.
Patty is not gentle.
Yeah, no, they're no, I was going way wrong accent on that one.
Wrong guy.
Wrong guy.
Your
Yeah,
girlfriend,
no.
wait, what's happening to me?
You should. I'm falling into it again. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because I'm only gonna fall into the Yuri accent.
Puffs up like a Yuri.
It's Wild Thorn, really, so everyone could kind of have accent like that. No. I totally lost what I was going to say now. I got to get back in my John Wayne voice. That's what it is.
Oh, I just realized what we are.
Huh?
You're playing the Duke,
Yep.
and I'm playing. Well, we haven't gotten to my name yet, so it's fine.
The dude abides. He just notices the possum run up on your head. Well, that's a pretty cool little pet you got there. What's your name, little dude?
Dude! Dude sounds good. I'm Dude.
Well,
What's your
dude, my name is Bashir, but my friends call me Duke.
All right, Duke. Dude.
Double D's. DDP. You know me. So, I made out some of the letter. It looks like you had a pretty good read on it. Do you think we should go help?
Yeah, sounds like a party.
Well,
Go help? Get rich? Heck yeah.
Let's get this party moving then, I think. Barkeep, you have a good day.
We go.
And you. Completely lost Tino's voice. Terry's voice there. And you.
This needs to be a regular thing, like the Adventures of Duke and Dude.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
People are gonna call for it.
If you don't think I'm gonna steal a soundbite of this and
Bye.
post it,
He has like a good 30-second wind up to saying it as he's just like, and
we're already out the door probably.
Oh, yeah. DDP out.
Out.
Okay.
It works really well that your guy's a wizard because I totally picked an upfront close quarter guy class. So
He is all of 4 feet though, instead of what you're used to.
okay.
3 feet.
Okay.
So.
You head outside, and the fog that you were seeing earlier is still just hanging around, but it seems to have got even thicker now. And as you step out, it's like curling around your ankles, or I guess the tops of your feet for Duke, and like your knees.
Patty hisses.
for Duke. And it's strange. Like even with fog itself, you know when you can kind of feel like the water droplets in the air almost.
Mm-hmm.
This is like there are hands trying to grab hold of you as you move through the fog.
Yeah, I think this fog is trying to get a little fresh. And I wanted some fresh air, but not like this.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Consent.
What's dude's walking speed, by the way?
He's still a jaunty 30-footer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only have 35, so I'm a little, like, probably only a step or two ahead of you every once in a while.
Let me check Patty real quick.
It's one of them where they're like mostly in step, and then every like fourth step, dude does a little run to catch up.
Yeah.
Falls behind again, does a little run to catch up. Falls behind again, does a little run to catch up.
Patty darts ahead of Duke, and then waits for Duke, and then Duke waits for Dude.
It's just like we're all in sync and go, and then it gets uneven. It waits.
Yeah, you just see like the path of the possum cuts through the fog. So there's like that, just the fog moves, and then you see it poof, stop. Patty, wait!
Can't wait till first Oh! Can I cast that at? I can cast it at will. Yes. Okay. As we're walking, as we are walking through the fog, I'll get a little eyesight of Patty, and I'll just say, "So, you like your friend here?" And Patty can completely understand me, and I can understand her. I cast speak with animals at will.
Oh. Well, it gets a little weird. I gotta check because
so
technically she's a she's a fey, fiend, or celestial. Technically.
Oh, okay. And if it does, well, that'll be fine if it doesn't work, because then that'll be an interesting, like,
I mean, I don't mind to give Patty a voice if we want to fudge the rule there. That's up to the DM.
We'll say Patty can understand, but not properly communicate back.
Fair enough.
Because
she can to Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll kind of.
I hope this ice cream van isn't being picked up in the recording right now.
I hope it is. What's that in the distance in the fog?
Creepy.
Yeah, this is gonna be a party.
Just adds to the creepiness.
Patty will spin around and kind of flop over on her side and kick her back leg in a weird attempt at being submissive.
I guess I do. I was gonna say, and it's a gigantic, definitely predator-looking animal.
Yeah, I will not give her all of the normal possum defense mechanisms.
Thank you.
Yeah. You were suddenly covered in viscous shit.
Seeing this.
But no, she's like, it's more like I'm comfortable belly flop than I'm scared belly flop.
Okay. I'll swear you could have just, maybe you can't talk like I thought, but I'll take that as a yes. And then I'll wait for Dude to catch up again.
Yeah. Yeah. Patty's smart. She's a good girl.
It's a bit strange. You kind of realize now that all of you catch up to each other. When you were kind of distracted, talking and playing with Patty, you were following the road like you were told to. But it hasn't led to where it should have led. You left town. You are outside of Through Pass, but you look back and Through Pass isn't there. And there are trees stretching high around you. It shouldn't be that lush, and you look down at the icy road, and the ice seems to have melted away.
I know we haven't been walking that long. I think there's something tricky afoot here.
Yeah, something's weird. Super weird.
Have you ever heard of this there Barovia before?
I thought maybe it was a kind of bagel. I don't know.
A bagel could go right and hit the spot. I know about that. I don't know about Barovia, though. What about your little cat friend? Because he's never seen a possum. I'll be sure he's never seen a possum in his life. To him,
That is a possum. it's not a cat. Ah. And Patty kind of hisses too at that, which doesn't really help with the I'm not a cat.
Well, I'll use whatever preferred thing you want that thing to be.
It's Patty.
Let's see.
Let's I guess history. We're doing a history check, sure.
Is Patty making a
4.
history check?
Well, that was a
4.
4-4 dude. Hang on, let me get Patty here.
Never have it.
That's a 1. Patty shakes her head sadly.
Well, don't worry, you're not the only one, Patty.
It's okay, Patty. Come here.
And she scrambles up.
Yeah,
Ow!
it's a
Don't
little
bite!
strange. The ice that you were seeing before has melted away into what seems like almost black pools of water, which are standing like dark mirrors in and around what is now muddy roadway that's just been trampled. There's deep carriage wheel tracks in it. Giant trees are looming up on both sides of the road, and their branches are almost clawing at the mist, like long arms stretching and just trying to claw their way, almost like they're trying to claw out of the mist if they could uproot themselves and escape.
Should we follow the tracks and see where they go?
Well, we're not in Azith anymore, Toto.
I don't know what other options are. It's this way, or we sit here and die.
You look behind you, and the fog almost seems to swell up into just this
Yeah, let's follow.
cloud.
Follow.
Almost. You could probably make your way through it, but it doesn't look particularly inviting.
I mean, I don't know about you there, but that fog looks like it's saying don't come this way.
Yeah, you seem pretty nervous about it, so we should probably just go follow that path. That nice open.
The 6'5" Leonin is like, nope, bad idea.
For your sake, I don't. Yeah.
It's like in One
Just-
Punch Man, when he's like, I'm gonna rip out your eyeballs, and he climbs out the ground, and there's just the one little bead of sweat on the Lion King's head. And it's just like, I'm so dead.
Yeah.
So we will follow the road away from the fog.
Okay. You walk for about an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Within the fog, dude is absolutely casting dancing lights periodically because of the cool effect with the,
Yeah.
with the fog, and even like sends it into the deeper fog until he sees something scary, and then he zips them back. No.
Oh yeah, occasionally the lights go deep into the fog and you see shapes moving. At first you see like a wolf,
Oh.
and then you kind of steel yourself. You're like, nah, I definitely didn't see it. It was just trick of the light. So you send another one out, and this one seems to be humanoid, but on all fours. And you're like, nope, don't like that one. Really don't like that one.
Hey, Duke. Duke,
Yeah, yes, friend.
how do you feel about passengers?
He kneels down. Climb on aboard.
Okay, thank you.
Like scramble, death grip on your back,
In
shaking.
fact, let me have dude get a perception check. This is just a totally for me one.
15.
Oh, that's definitely enough. You notice actually in the back of my mane is like some braids and stuff, very heavily clumped together, almost like a handle on purpose. Like maybe he's not afraid, not unused to people riding his shoulder.
Mary was
Convenient.
here, graffiti on his back.
Maybe.
It's like Mary and a little XOXO, right? tattooed.
All right.
You carry on walking, and it's been about 5 hours now. Your feet are starting to get a little bit sore, presumably. And the fog starts to spill out of the forest that you've found yourself in, and it swallows up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses, looming grey. in the
He
fog.
said, "But sorry."
Butts.
Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the misted bars. 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gates, about 10-20 foot high. Their heads now lying somewhere scattered among the weeds from the smattering of stone chips that you can see.
I bet one
They
was a
greet you
goblin.
only with silence. I will actually also copy and paste this into the Discord because it is one of my favorite pictures in the book. For reference for the people on the podcast, it's pretty easy to find if you Google the gates of Barovia. It's such like a thematic. It could be a bit darker. They could have made it look more like gothic horror, creepy darkness, but it's just so thematic for what Curse of Strahd is. Just this tiny person on a horse, and then the giant gates.
Well, that's not an ominous design of architecture, is it?
It's a little grandiose.
You're
I
stood
think they're
about
trying
15
to.
feet from the gates. Because presumably you would have noticed them from that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
you do have to get kind of close to notice them, because you didn't even realize they were there until the fog
Yeah.
allows
fog
you
was-
to see them, basically.
Yeah.
It's dense.
But if that wall is between us and the creepy fog, I'm for it.
I like the way you think there. Let's go give a knock on that big door. Hopefully somebody's home.
Hello!
And I just, as loud as I can,
you
bang on the
walk
door.
over, you get within 5 feet of the gates, and the second your foot hits the ground, you just hear as the gates slowly screech and swing open.
Well, looks like we're being welcomed with open arms.
Hello? No.
Or maybe nobody's
Slowly
home.
turning into the videos where like the cat's backed into the corner going no.
Spoilers for later.
It was a cat in a goblin suit the whole time.
3 cats in a goblin suit.
No.
I now want to make a character that's like 3 possums in a goblin suit. 3
Yes.
3 possums in 3 goblin suits in a trench
Yeah,
coat
yeah.
pretending to be a human.
So 9 possums.
Well, no,
Yes.
so I guess there's total like 9 possums, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Math is
So
hard,
9
isn't it?
possums in 3 goblin suits in 1 trench coat pretending to be a human.
I love it.
Listeners, enter
no
this
arm
contest,
control.
and we will have this. You can
As
be one of
the-
the possums.
No control over the arms at all. They're just limp coat arms because possums.
As the door opens, can
They've
I?
got like litter pickers to operate the arms.
Yeah.
While the door opens, can I just kind of look and see if I notice anyone's opening the door as we walk past it?
You see no one moving these gates. They seem to open of their own accord. The gates themselves, I mean, you're like, is anyone pushing them? They're like 10-foot high gates, minimum.
It's probably magic.
It's pretty impressive.
I've never really been around a fan of the magic stuff. Just
For a second,
just
like,
only.
seeing these gates, you're like, hey, maybe we've just somehow accidentally walked to Thistlewood across the sea.
Ugh.
Gotta
I
say
should-
though, presentation on point. Gonna have to take some notes.
and I'm just Bashir's or Duke is just rambling on about because he does that. You know, it's not that I disapprove of magic. It's just sometimes it's really scary, and I'm still walking with you on my shoulder, and it's just I enjoy the finer things, the sharper, blunter things in life.
That's good.
I can really get into the heat of battle, and I might kind of lose my temper a little bit, but it's good times.
So you're the bouncer. Excellent. Yes.
I mean, I like to bounce around from town to town, so yes, I guess I'm a bouncer.
Yeah. So you're the bouncer. I'm production. This is awesome. Let's party.
As you're walking along, you notice the road start to split to two paths.
Which one is less traveled?
They both seem fairly well traveled.
Uh-huh.
There is a small signpost, and you can see just peering through the fog off to the left-hand fork is what seems to be a fairly large and impressive mansion. And then there's just one singular sign on the signpost pointing the other way, which says Barovia.
Letter said Barovia, right? Yeah. The damsel is in Barovia.
And we've been on the road for like 5 hours.
You have.
I believe the letter said Barovia. And that you said, is there a sign that points to the house at all?
No.
Okay.
Do you wear sleeves, by the way?
Do I wear sleeves?
Yeah.
I would say they're rolled up, probably.
Okay, so I guess in that case you feel a tug on like leg of your trousers, I suppose, if you wear trousers. This is where you're like, actually,
Please
no,
wear
I mean,
trousers.
I do have a tail as well, so
Yeah.
That's true.
You
and
feel
Patty
a
have that in
slight
common.
Tug, and you hear, hello?
Hello.
Patty scrambles down off of Dude's head, down Duke,
Yeah.
to about
Like I
Duke's
don't
waist.
even realize that the hello's below me yet. I'm just kind of looking
Yeah.
out.
So, Dude is just seeing this as you're scrabbling down, but you both hear, we need your help.
And
Down.
At this point, you
there
realize
we
the voice is coming
Okay.
from below, and you look down.
I give
you
a
can
big
see-
toothy grin, smile, totally not trying to be menacing. Well, what's your name there, little one, and how can we probably maybe help you today?
You can see two children. One looks to be about 10, the other somewhere around 7. The girl is wearing almost like a red cloak. She's bundled quite tightly in it, but the front is open. She's wearing quite plain, but also still fairly regal-ish black clothes with kind of gold inlay. And almost hiding behind her, clutching the back of her arm, is a boy who's wearing thick coat, hood pulled up, and he is just one arm wrapped around hers and the other arm is tightly clutching a stuffed doll. And the girl says, I'm Rosavalda. This is Thornabold.
Pleasure to meet the both of you. My name. There is my little friend, Dude. Are you still on my shoulder, actually? I'm assuming?
Yeah, Dude's
Okay.
still there. Patty is actually hanging on your hip.
Okay. This is Patty.
Like Jack
my
Sparrow style, hanging off the side.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'll say I'm
Puffs
down on
out
like
the chest.
I'll say I'm down like on one knee at this point to him. My name is Bashir, but you little guys can call me Duke. What seems to be the problem? Don't worry, we can maybe possibly help. I never
Boy
commit
Possibly.
fully.
crying
Possibly.
heavily, and after taking a moment to shush the boy, the girl turns to you and says, "There's a monster in our house," and she just turns and points up the slight hill towards the mansion.
Well, that's no good. Yeah,
What
who put a monster in your house?
Don't know.
Hmm. Hmm.
did the monster get your parents, or are you the owners of that fine home over there?
I don't know. They keep it trapped in the basement.
Your parents?
Yeah.
Hey, Duke. Duke,
Yes.
do you think they have child protective services in Barovia?
Well, they do now since we showed up.
We are now child protect. Yes, yes. We have.
What is that? And remind me of your name again, there, little friend.
That's Rosie. That's Thorn.
Is Rosie okay? And is Thorn, are those names I can
Rose.
call you?
Thorn.
Rose and Thorn. All right. Is there, by chance, any thing we should know about your house besides the basement? Like, are your parents in there at all? Because if there's a monster, I would like some backup along with my friend on my shoulder.
And Patty.
Our little brother is on the 3rd floor.
Wait, there's
He's a
another one.
baby.
Oh dear.
Oh!
At this point, Patty scrambles back up and bites dude real hard on the ear.
He's like, yeah, we gotta go help.
Okay.
It was the O that just absolutely. Oh!
Well, I'll. You say we got to go help out loud, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
Patty says we have to.
Well, Patty, like looking out the corner of my eye. I definitely think we're going to. I'm just trying to get like two questions answered, and we'll be in there. I promise. So your little brother's upstairs, so that should probably be priority number uno. Are your parents in the house still?
They went down into the basement.
Okay, so there we go. We got a plan. You ready there, dude and Patty?
All right, so baby, then parents.
I believe so.
Are you good with kids?
I mean, if this goes south, I don't want to adopt them. No offense. I'm more of
I thought we were getting real close, but okay.
I mean, they can hang around, but I'm more of a just traveling kind of guy. That's no life for a kid or two.
Good point. Good point. Very wise.
We start walking towards the house then. As we're saying that, like as we keep having this conversation.
Yeah.
You head up the slight incline of this hill. It is a tall brick row house. It's quite clearly seen better days. The windows are dark. There's a gated portico on the ground floor, which is like a porch.
Mhm.
I did have to Google this the first 2 times. I ran this because I wasn't entirely sure what a portico is. There is a rusty gate that is slightly ajar. Yeah, the rest of that I have cut out because that's not part of my
All right,
rewritings and
kids,
stuff.
you wait out here. We'll go deal with this. Don't go off. Don't run off.
Turn around to talk to the kids. You don't see them.
Okay, good. They've already sought cover. Smart.
I'll push through the gate.
Okay. It opens. There is a simple door leading into the house. Doesn't appear locked or anything like that.
Hello.
Is there anybody in here? If so, please kindly make yourself known so you don't get hurt. We're here to help.
So you can see basically on the other end of this portico, there are oil lamps hanging from the ceiling by chains, and they flank a set of oaken doors, which also do not appear to be locked.
Approach the door.
Okay. It opens up into what seems to be a grand foyer. Hanging
So
on
now
the
we're
south
officially,
wall-
like, we're in the house now.
Yeah. Hanging on the south wall is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, which is a stylized golden windmill on a red field, and it's flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. Mahogany-framed double doors lead from the foyer into what you would assume to be the house proper, be it main hall, whatever. Given that it's a mansion, you'd probably assume it leads to some sort of main hall type deal. And they're set with panes of stained glass.
Fancy.
Looking at that shield. Yeah, no, I wonder if they'll accept an item giving as a payment for helping them.
Wait. We get paid?
I
Heck
mean,
yeah!
I was always told if you're good at something, never do it for free, even if it's helping out children, because their parents always got money or something.
So
I feel like this is something we should really dive into at a later point. But not right now! Where's the stairs? Where's the baby?
Yeah, I want to look for stairs. Is it dark in here?
Well, you enter into the main hall, and this wide hall runs, from the looks of it, the width of the house from what you saw from outside. There's a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other.
Ooh.
Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a longsword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt.
It's really hard for me not to grab both of those things.
The wood-paneled
pointy.
walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. Not horribly uncommon for a Faltesian house. Yeah, this kind of decorative paneling follows the staircase as it then circles upwards to the second floor. Let me, because Curse of Strahd comes with maps. We don't have to entirely.
Hey, let me check out these carvings on the wall. I like decorations. Little party inspirations.
At this point, you feel like a gigantic paw hand thing that kind of grab you a little bit. You check out those ones. I'm gonna just go look over here and totally gonna go check out the shield more real quick.
The shield. So the shield
Yeah.
is back in like the
Or,
foyer that you went through.
No,
If
no,
you
I'll
want
check
to
out
go
the
out,
sword
kill you.
then.
No, I'm joking.
No, I'll check.
Okay.
All right, because you're checking out the wall, right? You said.
Yes.
Okay, I'll check out the sword.
Okay, so while that stuff loads,
Yes.
dude, can you make me a perception check?
If I got it. 18.
Oh yeah.
As you get closer, the carvings that you can see of these satyrs and nymphs and what have you, it seems to almost not change, but as you get closer, it does look very different to what it looked like from
Yeah. Oh,
a
and
distance.
dude has his party planner open, like he was gonna
Nice.
take some notes about the decorations.
The
as he's walking up.
satyrs that you saw who were jumping around and frolicking are men and women,
Huh?
skinny, starved, begging for food. The small pixies and fairies that were dotted around are crying children, starved. It's pretty horrible, and not at all what it looked like from a distance.
Yeah. Snaps the party planner closed.
Not usable. Also, glad that we're Child Protective Services. I really feel like that's needed right now. Might need a
I'm-
dude protective
I feel like the
services.
dude would want goblin protective services right now.
Dude, cold me.
Climb back up at my near while checking out the sword, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, so you go over and you look at the sword. It has this kind of, it's very similar to the coat of arms that you saw outside, this windmill cameo on the hilt. Other than that, it just looks like a longsword.
I just want to rub my finger over the blade, not to cut myself, but you know how you can feel how sharp a blade is, so perpendicular wise to the edge, just
Yeah.
to see if there's an edge on it.
There is a slight edge, but it's quite clear that it is more for decorative purposes, he says, while hiccuping and talking. at the same time. Oh. Whew. And also pasting in the main hall. Window snip tool to the rescue.
Woohoo!
So the little thing in the middle left is the fireplace that you're looking at.
Okay.
The double doors in the bottom left are where you came in, and then you can see a few more doorways and what is quite obviously the staircase.
I'll leave the sword where it is for now, and walk back over. Well, did you see anything interesting on the wall there? As I pick you up and put you back on my shoulder.
Just horrible, horrible. Inappropriate for a family home decorations. Oh! We should check on the baby.
And I guess we should go up the stairs then.
Yes, please.
So straight up to the second floor. This is
Duke, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I like this house.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not my aesthetic, but each their own.
so,
Or did you mean some sort of non-interior design reason?
I mean, it's kind of horrifying. There was like starving people and dying in the design, the decorations, and that sort of, maybe, they keep a monster in the basement. I'm just saying, the safest place.
Well, I think you're probably not too wrong about kind of creepy, but as long as I think you got me here to kind of be in the front of you, I think we'll be okay. I won't let anything hurt you or Patty.
Okay.
You reach this upper hall, this landing to the second floor. Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of a very elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of a family. You can see two smiling children who look very familiar from outside.
Aw.
Well, see, look, they got smiles on their face. Can't be that bad of a house. Maybe some
can
bad
see-
interior choices.
Presumably, the parents, and
Uh-huh.
cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother regards with a hint of scorn.
That's
well.
weird. Who doesn't love a baby?
Maybe it's not her baby. Maybe
looking
it's
at-
only his baby.
Oh.
Along the east and the west walls,
Drama.
you can see wooden doors flanked by standing suits of armor. Each one clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head, and each door is carved with dancing youths.
Do
And
we?
the red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues spiraling upwards, and you can feel a cold draft coming down the steps.
So,
The baby's upstairs and it's cold. Oh,
well, to me that says we don't have time to waste. What do you say there, dude?
yeah, baby's gonna freeze to death.
Well,
Or get eaten by a monster.
I think they have some time before the monster hopefully does not get out of the basement. But
Yeah, that's another thing as well. The whole time you were in the main hall, because often those kind of things would be noticeably around there, you didn't see any sort of way of finding or getting into a basement outside of the doorways that you saw, which presumably just led into other rooms.
we'll
Oh,
have
well,
to take our time to explore once we get the little baby with us.
at least bundle it up, something.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
let's.
hey. Isn't it kind of weird that the cold baby isn't crying?
It definitely registered to me why we haven't heard anything.
I don't know about your family, but back in the tribe, you can't shut those kids up.
Maybe the brother and sister gave it some sleeping medicine before they skedaddled out of the
Oh,
house.
okay, we need to hurry then, because I don't think they know how to properly dose a baby.
You might be right. So, and I'll start going up the stairs, missing like every other step.
So, you climb the red marble staircase to its full height, and you come to a dusty balcony. You can see standing against one wall a suit of black plate armor draped in cobwebs. And the minute Duke's foot lands on the top stair, you can see these lit oil lamps. The minute Duke's foot touches the top step, all of them extinguish. Everything, it's not plunged into darkness, but it's low light. But there is enough light that you can see cobwebs now lining the walls. The panels that you saw before now lack the luster that they had. The windows that you could see, like you could see windows, but now as you look, it is brick boarding them up. Dust is on every surface. You had your hand on the banister, and as you lift it up, there is a big paw print in heavy set dust on the banister.
I definitely think this is why I don't like magic here. They always do little tricks like this.
This is why I don't like magic. Your other paw lands on this top step, and as it does, you hear from the back wall as the head on the suit of armor turns towards you.
Dude, something's
and it takes a step.
not okay.
And another step.
Would it? How dark would I have noticed? Because I have dark vision up to 60 feet. Would I still?
It's low light, so you noticed the armor when you saw it originally, and you were just like, "Oh, hey, it's the same as the armor downstairs, but it's black." And then it's low light, not dark vision, so you can still see it away.
Okay.
And you see as it steps off the small podium that it was on.
I'll reach up and grab, dude. You should probably get behind me, friend, and I'll put you down behind me.
Holding kind of in front of it in that classic pose, this large sword, and as it steps off the podium, it turns its hands around, whirls the sword, pointing the tip of the blade directly at you, and I would like you both, please, to roll initiative.
All right. As soon as that thing moves, though, and Duke grabs me, I cast mage armor on myself.
Sure.
I'm not an idiot. Well,
I got 19.
What?
Music.
18.
There we go. So,
move this microphone so I can
got 19.
see.
And like the second I put dude down, I'll have reached for my great sword.
using my brand new Halidor
Ice dice.
that I haven't been able to use yet. Oh damn! Oh damn! That was a 9 on the dice. It has failed me for the first time. Every time I was like trolling you guys with the new rolls, it was a 20, and the first
Yeah.
time I'm actively using it, it rolled a 9. So, Duke, you watch as it and the dust starts to fall off. What would you like to do?
I've grabbed my great sword once I've put down, dude, and I'm gonna just. You watch as I kind of
Cast
twitch a little bit. No, yeah, sword, and it's a great axe. Sorry, not a great sword. That's you see kind of him twitch a little bit. All right, friend, you've called down the thunder. Now here comes the pain. And I'd like to rage for my bonus action, please.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
And I also just for your info, while I'm raging, I am resistant to all damage except psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
The old totem barbarian. And then I'll just, as I start to, how would you say he's about like 20-ish feet probably in front of me?
I would say exactly, because I do forget.
Have a map.
In fact, have a map of this.
Yay!
And he's not on the map. Why is the armor not on the map? Number 11 is the balcony, surely. Yeah,
Yeah.
climb the red marble staircase to its full height. It doesn't have it on the map.
Yeah, he's the little
So-
lumpy bit by the wall.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't looking at the wrong one. Where is third floor? Am I just looking at the wrong third floor? Yes, I am looking at the wrong third floor. He is 10 feet from you.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, I'll just, as I have my great
I
axe
don't
and
know
I'm
what I was
raging.
looking at, but it wasn't right.
I would give you a chance to lay down your arms, but I don't think you'd listen. And I'll run up and swing at him with my great axe.
Cool.
For a 14?
That does not hit. So you swing with the great axe and it just blocks it with the great sword.
Okay. That will end my turn there. I promise that was a warning swing.
And you can just see, Duke in this armor are just like doing that classic thing. You could see Duke's muscles like struggling as he's trying to push the great sword down out of the way, and the armor is just perfectly motionless, holding a sword in the way. The axe blade is probably like centimeters from its face or helmet. What would you like to do?
Patty scrambles up onto Dude's head and hisses and digs her claws in painfully. And Dude panics and casts Witch Bolt. So let's see
Nice.
here.
Take that!
So he snaps a twig. And that is a ranged spell attack. So let's see here.
Part of me was hoping for a repeat of, I think it was in How We Roll, where their wizard was fighting animated armor, and he panicked, and the first spell he saw he cast, he was just like, Grease! And everyone was like, why? Grease of all spells? Why? And he was like, I don't know, I just panic cast Grease! And ended up knocking the armor prone because it failed the dex save.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Dude doesn't have that. Dude has Witch Bolt. And he got a 16.
16. So, this bolt of energy blasts towards the suit of armor, and you just see one hand unlock from the sword, snap towards the direction of this energy, and it just hits and fizzles.
Oh, shoot.
And
Scramble to the
that-
side.
Are you ending your turn?
I believe.
Cool. At that point,
Yes. I have no bonusy goodness.
the outstretched arm, still smoking from the impact of the witch bolt, the hand curls into a fist and it swings round at Duke's head for a natural 20 to hit.
Fuck me. Thank God I'm resistant.
So, oh no, you take.
All ones on the dice. Yes.
Oh yeah, then it's halved. That's fine. Cool. So it's the total is halved. So you take 9 points of damage, halved to 4 because we round down.
Okay, sweet.
And this first punch sends you staggering back, and as you do, the blades unlock. It locks back on and swings round with the greatsword. For a 23 to hit.
Fuck me.
The die is back! It's apologizing for its previous 9. You take 3 points of damage. The sword that hits you is incredibly dull. Like, it kind of cuts across your body, but it doesn't actually cut. It's more just blunt force smacking into your chest that actually hurts more than the cut. And with that, it steps forward with the blow, locks into that pose, and it is now your turn.
Shaken by like both the 1-2.
Like stars in your eyes from being cracked across the
Well,
door.
you see, I didn't want to get mad, but now you've made me really pissed off. And as a bonus action, I'll use Daunting Roar. Can I get him to make a wisdom saving throw of 13, please? Not make 8. Yeah, you know what I meant.
Are you trying to frighten him?
Yes.
Cool.
Granted, he's probably immune, but...
He rolled a 16 minus 4, so 12.
Sweet. So he's frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then following up with the roar, I will take a swingy swing with my great axe.
Not by the hair on my swingy swing.
Swing. 12, so I miss again.
So you see him locked in the pose, or it locked in the pose with the sword now by its side. The tip is like pointing at the ground from finishing that slash. And you're like, hey, he's wide open. I can hit him with the great axe. So you swing with the axe, and the elbow just and blocks the axe again. Dude. You watch as it's
probably
almost
should have
looking
talked
like
about-
they're just training choreography slowly, like, step, block, step.
Yeah. Oh goodness. That witch bolt again.
Cool.
No.
Like as you cast
It looks like I put my hand out and they're fighting and I can't get a good line on it and I really don't want to hit my new friend and oh boy, this is close quarters and none of my spells are really meant for close quarters. Oh god.
And he panics and it hits the corner of the room, just completely misses. Patty bites him.
I'm sorry.
With that, the armor is holding the great axe at bay with its elbow, and again you hear the fingers uncurl from the sword, and it swings the arm round on like a perfect hinge with a slight as it goes to backhand you across the face. That's cocked, and that is a 12 to hit.
Misses.
So he goes to like backhand you across the face, and this time you take your hand off the great axe, and you're like, no.
Not this time. I fell for it once. Shame on me.
You leave like a slight dent in the back of the wrist armor as you knock it aside, and it just curls the fingers back into a fist and swings back in your head again.
Go Duke.
8.
Misses as well.
So your hand was already there, and you just turn it and catch the fist.
I told you. Shame on me the first time. Shame on you the second time.
And it is your go.
Now let me show you how we really do it. I'll just take the great axe and try to swing down on top of him.
Mm-hmm. The minute you let go of the fist, it is just totally still there in place.
Okay. That's a 23
Yes.
to hit. Okay. So that's a D12. Ooh, I like the way a D12 feels. I've never had to roll one before.
Make it fun.
They're meaty.
For a whopping points of 5 slashing damage.
5
And I'll use bonus action plus free interaction to grab out my hand axe off my side. Is that allowed? Or never mind. A great axe is two-handed. Never mind. Never mind.
That's fun though that you use a D12 because Witch Bolt also D12. Duke and Dude and their D12.
The D12 buddies.
World.
Yeah.
And I'll say with
Shall we roll?
with him raging and stuff, he's zeroed in. He hasn't even noticed that you've cast spells or anything.
That's right.
None of them have passed.
Neither
close
has
enough
the
to,
armor.
Linkered peripheral vision. It
Yeah,
is
so that.
dude's
Oh,
turn.
actually, it's a plus. It's a total of 7 points of damage because
Oh,
I have
you
a
forgot your
plus
rage
2.
bonus.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and now that ends my turn.
Now it ends your turn.
All right. I'm going to. This is.
You see the armor locked in place, and
Yeah.
Duke's just like, "Oh hey, it doesn't move when I let go of it." Thunk.
Locked in place, you say.
Not locked in place, but still how it was before.
Alrighty.
Hasn't moved since.
Feeling a little bit weakened by using all of this magical energy so quickly. Dude has to switch it up because he needs just a little bit of a breather because it does take energy to use to dance with the weave. So instead he calls upon, instead of partying down with the weave of magic, gonna angle his cantrip at the butt of the animated armor and cast acid splash on its ass.
Nice.
Ooh.
And I need a dex save.
Oh yeah.
Dex save would be a 2.
Ha ha! Max damage. 6 points.
6 points of damage. Nice.
Acid on his ass.
Weirdly enough,
Ass
you'd think
damage.
they would have something
Ass
like
damage.
vulnerability to acid damage, but apparently not.
You should totally give it to them, God of Barovia. Or is that?
No.
The Bugs Bunny meme.
Yeah.
No.
Take that.
No.
This time, Patty does not bite him.
This is true. The armor's turn. There is like a great axe in its head, and it just pushes the great axe up and out and swings at your stomach with a fist. You notice now it's probably not afraid of you.
Yeah.
That is a 19.
Oh, that hits.
Oh no.
7 halved, so 3 points of damage.
Oh.
As it just
I am. Real facts, this is my first time actually playing a barbarian. I'm kind of digging it, actually.
yeah.
I'm
So you
like,
take
I
3
don't.
points of damage. Is it like slightly wings you tap harder to the gut?
Little gasp.
And you're like, huh, that was nothing. You
Thwack.
see the fist reeling back to do it again, and you're like, oh, wait, no, don't do it. But it misses. The fist swings at you again, and this time you just kind of hop back. Like, what?
Okay.
And the armor just and stops in place. It is your turn. I just like the flavor of it doing its thing and then just stopping like a statue again.
No, it makes total sense in my opinion. One, especially since everything's so fast, you would kind of look sluggish a little bit, probably. Question
That said,
to
at one
drop.
point I will just whip out like an animated armor that was once a monk or something, and it's just like full plate, but it's doing all this crazy monk stuff and running on the walls.
Monks don't wear armor.
Uh,
Yes,
to
did.
drop a weapon's a free action, right?
To drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to drop my great axe and grab a hand axe off each side, that would take up my action. Yes.
So, here's the issue with that. Two weapon fighting, if I remember correctly, is the one that allows you to draw two weapons at the same time. So
It's not a feat. I don't have the feat yet.
Yeah. So the feat, if I remember correctly, actively allows you to draw two weapons at the same time.
Okay.
So whilst I would be tempted to say yes, that then kind of starts stepping on the feet a little
Okay.
bit.
That's
I
fine.
don't want to be stepping on anyone's feet.
I'll save it for later. I'll just I'm getting real tired of these
For a
sucker
second, you're like, I'm
punches.
going to drop my great axe. And you're like, nah.
Yeah, like this does a little bit more, gets my point across a little better. I'm tired of these punches and I'm tired of you. It's time for you to go night night. And I'll swing him on the head again.
Mhm.
Night, because armor.
That's a 22 to hit
Yeah.
for almost max damage for 16 points of slashing damage.
Damn.
Oh! Get him, Duke! Yeah!
So the arm was still up from missing that punch, and you just swing the great axe, and it connects directly like through the elbow, hacks the forearm off, carries on going straight up where you were intending to, catches it straight under the jaw, rips the visor off the helmet, and you can just see empty helmet underneath, and just an empty hole where the elbow stops, and there's just like as the pieces of armor smack into the back wall and then roll across the floor.
I knew there was magic afoot, or I guess I should say magic at hand. And I'll end my turn.
Dude.
The puns are amazing. I'm just saying.
All right, so it's still kicking though, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it loses any more arms, it's definitely kicking.
Dad jokes.
Well, I don't want to have too much magic afoot,
It's
so
just
this
slowly
time,
turning into the Black Knight from Holy Grail.
yeah,
Take this!
and I'll acid
Here's Battle
splash.
Scratch.
A foot. So another deck save. Now that I can see he can be disassembled. Ha!
Oh, I switched dice for that one, so that's a 23. Oh no, sorry, 19. I read the wrong one. 19.
Boot.
And he gets bit.
Ow!
Yeah.
Patty?
Acid Splash is a cantrip, so 0 damage, correct?
Do I
Yes.
need to make a save since I'm within 5 feet, or is it only if you
No.
choose to?
Only if I choose.
Oh, phew.
So
I was like,
you
Yeah.
you can see like the empty hole where the elbow is, and you're like, hey, I'm totally gonna shoot through that and hit it inside the armor. That'd be really clever. And you fire, and it just comes out the hole in the arse that you'd burned before, and it goes straight through the elbow and out the other side without seeming to have done much, and the floor just as it starts melting through the wooden floorboards. You're watching and you're like, hey, he's missing an arm. Surely he can't still... and the greatsword comes swinging at your head with one hand.
Oh.
23 to hit.
God.
So you're like, yeah, there's no way he can hit me with the great... As it comes whistling towards you and smacks you in the side of the head. Still very blunt. So you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the first one.
okay.
And then it swings it back the other way.
Oh, goodness.
And that was a 15 hit.
15 is my armor class.
So it just hits. So like you try to get an arm in the way and it just connects and you feel it hit the bone. When when you just like
Mhm.
impact the side of a table
yeah.
and you feel it hit your bone and you're just like,
I
I'm dead.
want to die
I
now.
am deceased. Oh, that was max damage. So
Oh!
8 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 4.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh.
You feel like your
I am
wrist
not a healer.
dislocates slightly.
I
It is
only
your turn.
party. Oops.
Dude, you just hear as Duke's wrist dislocates.
Oh, that's gonna hurt later. Sorry, dude.
You put up a good fight. I'm not gonna lie. There, disembodied armor. You're, and I'm just gonna take another swingy swing. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, no, that misses. It uses its screw you.
I was really hoping for a nat 20 right there, not gonna lie. And it like flashed it for half a second and then it finished.
For like the anime style finisher where you see 3 different camera angles of the blow connecting.
That is 9 points of slashing damage. Just a swing at his torso.
Would you like to describe your kill?
Oh yes, please. Think it's time we bid adieu, and you need to go to sleep. If you sleep, I don't know. And I'll swing just like at where his like neck and shoulder connect and like cleave him that way.
Mm-hmm. And you feel as you hit, you're like, oh hey, this is totally where like 90% of the straps for the armor are, and you just managed to carve straight through all the armor straps. And you look as the armor's just there and it teeters for a second and then just into pieces.
That was not fun. Good thing we're here to rescue the baby, dude. As I put my great axe on my back. Are you okay? Did you hide? You're good. I didn't know. Like out of game, he didn't.
He pats all over to check, except for the bite marks from Patty. He seems to be okay.
Yeah. Out of game, Duke did not notice any spell he threw.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
When he rages, he zeroes in on his target completely.
Yeah. So for all you know,
I thought you were hiding.
yeah,
Like Duke
dude just hidden watched and made scary.
If you do ever feel like you want to jump in there, just
Oh, you
feel
seem
right
like you
to
had
it.
it, so
I like to think so. I mean, I'm a little
crazy that his ass just fell out.
Can
Though,
you
right?
Oh yeah, that was I don't even remember hitting him on his butt. But sometimes, as you can see, I just kind of sorry if I scared you there. Can you do me a favor, and I'll get down on two knees. Can you grab these 2 fingers, and I'll hold out like my 2 middle fingers.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Should we medicine check or something?
No, I'm just
Okay.
wanting you to hold them real
All
quick.
right, yeah, okay, like this.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on really tight, and I just want to kind of like yank my arm to try and put my wrist back in place.
I feel like, especially as a barbarian, you've probably done this kind of thing a few times. So I will just say it into place.
Okay, wait though. I am gonna. Oh yeah, con save. I get a 5. Dude throws up just a little bit in his mouth when it happens.
And you hear kind of like a really low growl. That never gets any easier. Sorry, I should have warned you that was
That's
gonna
okay.
happen.
It's
You're
okay.
Let's see.
Shall we end the session here?
Yeah.
With the armor in pieces around you and Duke's arm reattached.
Sounds good. We'll pick up next time.
Yeah.
Whatever next time is.
I am about the adventures of Duke and
I
Duke,
hope
though.
you enjoyed your first taste of Curse of Strahd, finally.
Yes, I definitely want more, though. Like, I'm addicted.
Curse of Strahd is amazing. It is also just very RP heavy, so it helps when people have interesting characters.
I'm all for it.
And you can just,
Anytime we have a
there's
spare
a lot
moment.
of road trips,
Mhm.
so being able to have like an actual road trip as opposed to being like you spend 3 hours on the road, you're now at
Mhm.
town.
Yeah.
Oh, I live for the RP.
I think that's what's been with my for fun group. We have sessions where it's really good role play, but like most sessions, it's like I'm like trying to get them to.
Yeah, that's how
And
my
hey,
home game is too. I'm
which
like, hey
kind of
guys, be
technically has
friends.
actual notes for Curse of Strahd as well, because this is a published book.
Yeah. I mean, other podcasts have little one-off adventures, so
Yeah,
we'll just sprinkle these in, and then if people like them, we'll sprinkle more in.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, and I like the idea that it's going to honestly just be a straightforward, unedited release of it too.
I will probably just
Oh, I should stop recording.
post this straight up. Yeah, I'm about to hit unrecord as well. In the
Shave.
interest of not giving myself any more editing to do.
Oh yeah, just
Thanks
raw.
everyone for watching, listening. We're not on YouTube.
Yes.
Thanks everyone for listening. I guess I could upload this to YouTube. We'll
Yeah,
see.
you could.
Thanks everyone for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Please always remember to check us out. Our links are much more easily found in our other episodes, so you should totally go and listen to those because I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. I think it's linktr.ee/practical heroes we've changed it to now.
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot.
And then we can be found on Anchor at anchor.fm/practical dash heroes.
And
Yeah.
eventually we'll get our shit together and just make it practicalheroes.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
But hey, share and tell people about us, please. Please.
And make sure to tell all your friends that Lindsay is totally just the best voice actor ever. I love
No
the-
lies.
Sweet. See you next time. Question mark?
Bye.
Bye.